Hi guys, welcome to my workshop again. Today I want to talk about winter bikes and do you really need one? Well, to dissect this topic, I would like to take a closer look at my Medone now. So let's just get into it. So many people have asked me during the winter and even now that what bike have I been riding or what bike do I ride when the weather is bad? And I don't really understand the question. Why would I buy an expensive super bike when all I do is keep it for sunny and warm days? But that seemed to, a lot of people seem to disagree with that because they say that if you have a bike like this, then you wear stuff out and things become really expensive to replace. Whereas on a cheap winter bike, you can trash it as much as you want and it won't cost you that much money. So what's the truth behind it? Well, for first, most people who say this don't own a bike like this in the first place. I don't mean to be smug about this, but I do, and I bought it to ride it and ride it hard and ride it every day, no matter the conditions. So let's see now. This bike has around 9,000 kilometers on it. It's very far from new now. Has seen races. I rode it in snow, I rode it in mud, I rode it in rain, I rode it on cobbles, really bad roads, really good roads, uphill and downhill. So let's just see what the damage is. I rode it through all winter on salty roads. So let's just see. Paint job. Are there any paint chips? Are there any scratches? Well, actually no. Apart from the inside of my rear triangle. That's when I got a bit of tire rub from a punctured tubular. But that can happen in the summer as well. So the frame itself didn't really take any damage. The headset bearings are perfectly fine, no corrosion at all. Same for the bottom bracket. So the structural integrity completely fine. Even my bar tape has survived because I didn't put some finicky white one on there. Then another topic might be the wheels. I have heard opinions like you should only use very slow alloy wheels in the winter because when you ride slowly you don't get cold. Well, I don't know, I think it's not true at all. It's a bit of bullshit. You can ride any wheels you want and they won't wear out on you as long as you don't do really big descents really often. I usually train on the flat in the winter because on the uphills you get cooked, on the downhills you freeze, so it's not a good thing to do. And this way, the only time I brake really is when I come to junctions and when I come home. So there's really nothing to wear out those brake surfaces or brake pads, even if you use them in really poor conditions. So that's another moot point, I think. And if you have disc brakes, which is very cool for bad weather, then it's an absolute no-brainer. You can ride any wheels you want. The tires then, some people say that you should ride some heavy-duty tires in there. Well, I have to disagree on that as well because I use these Corsas now in clincher form, in tubular version before, and in my last 2 years of riding I got exactly 2 punctures, so I really don't see why you should have some rubbish tires in there. And another benefit from these is they are super grippy race tires, so you won't just crash in the winter when the roads are very slippery. Then if you come to the drivetrain and the group set, I have installed this red E-Tab group set at the beginning of the winter in November. and I have been using it ever since. The levers show no sign of damage. The cranks, chain rings are like new. Derailleurs, same for those. If you properly lube your drivetrain with some wax, not some shitty oil, and some questionable lubricants, then you're good to go. You can ride in any conditions without wearing anything out. They also say that speed play pedals and cleats are a bit fragile. Well, again, I think that's a myth. My speed plays are holding up fine. Obviously, I don't walk around too much in the cleats, because why would you? On a road bike you should be riding. But still, no matter how dirty conditions I put them in, all they need is a grease. They're running completely fine, and there's no signs of wear. Basically, the whole bike still looks like new. And why is that? Because I have seen many people wear out their bikes really quickly. Well, it's just a matter of care, really, because what you need to do is be a bit mindful of your bike. And that's all it takes to keep it running like new. You have to have your headset greased with some proper thick grease, like aquaproof paste from Morgan Blue. You have to check your bottom bracket every once in a while. Everyone's saying press fit bottom brackets are shit because they creak. Well, mine has never creaked because I look after it. And then some people say that these ceramic speed or any ceramic pulleys wear out quickly. But they do if you don't lubricate them, if you don't put some grease on them in bad conditions. So that's all it takes. And another important thing to do is to keep your bike relatively clean. What I do after a wet ride is to leave it in the front yard and just spray over it. I don't even wash it, I just rinse off the dirt before it can dry on, and the bike stays completely clean afterwards. So it takes around 2 minutes. Another good tip would be to clean your brake pads every once in a while with a pick, so there's nothing wedged in them. And I think that's pretty much it in terms of maintenance. So to sum it up, if you look after your bike properly, you can ride any bike and any parts you want. And in the long run, it's going to be much cheaper as well, because you don't have to buy a separate winter bike and separate bad conditions bike. So yeah, I really think that riding winter bikes is not really a thing, at least not for me. You should just maintain your good bike, because they're not made of sugar apparently. So yeah, I think it's all for today. Nothing else comes to my mind in this topic. If you'd like to know more about this bike or some of my other bikes that I've been working on recently, such as this red Speed Concept or my Time Trial Beast, then don't forget to check out my other videos and subscribe to my channel. It's all for today. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.